For our social emotional lessons this week, we're going to be talking about persistence. What does persistence mean? Persistence is when we stick to something and we keep at it even though it's hard, like really hard, and we don't think we can do it, or we just really don't want to. That's persistence. Persistence is a really important skill for us to work on. We will use our whole lives to get stuff done. And that's how we get to do fun things. And we get to do things that we're proud of and fill our buckets by being persistent. This is one of my favorite stories. And this book is a little bit beat up because I think it has been in my family since I was your age. But it is one of my favorite stories. It's called The Little Engine That Could by Watty Piper. Chug, 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 puff, 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 ding, dong, ding, dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train. For she had such jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full of good things for boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Then there were dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines. Airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing boys and girls could want. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfasts, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops and lollipops for after-meal treats. The little train was carrying all those wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily. Then all of a sudden she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels would not turn. What were all those good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? Here comes a shiny new engine, said the funny little clown, who jumped out of the train. Let's ask him to help us up. So all the dolls and toys cried out together, Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the shiny new engine snorted. I pull you. I am a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you ever dreamed of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a dining car where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and a parlor car in which people sit, and soft armchairs and look out the big plate glass windows. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not. And off he steamed to the roundhouse where the engines live when they are not busy. He was not being a very nice friend, was he? How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, The passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here is another engine coming, a great, big, strong one. Let us ask him to help us." The little toy clown waved his flag, and the big, strong engine came to a stop. "Please, oh please, big engine," cried all the dolls and toys together. "Won't you please pull our train to the other side of the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and all the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the big, strong engine bellowed, "I am a freight engine. I have just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. Those machines print books and newspapers for the grown-ups to read. I am very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you." And the freight engine puffed off indignantly to the roundhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. "Cheer up!" cried the little toy clown. "The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little, perhaps he can help us." So the toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty, old engine stopped. "Please, kind engine," cried all the dolls and toys together, "won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the rusty old engine sighed. "I am so tired, I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot. Do you ever feel like that rusty old engine, that you just can't do it? That is hard, but we're going to see a great example with our next little engine. Off he rumbled to the roadhouse, chugging, "I cannot. Then, indeed, the little train was very, very sad, and the dolls and toys were ready to cry. But the little clown called out, "Here is another engine coming, a little blue engine, a very little one. Maybe she will help us." The very little engine came along, chugging merrily along. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. "What's the matter, my friends?" she asked kindly. "Oh, little blue engine," cried the dolls and toys, "will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side of the mountain won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, please help. Help us, little blue engine." "I'm not very big," said the little blue engine. "They use me only for switching trains in the yard. I've never been over the mountain." "But we must get over the mountain before the children wake," said all the dolls and toys. The very little engine looked up and saw the tears on the dolls' eyes. She thought of the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or good food unless she helped. Then she said, "I think I can. And she hitched herself up to the little train. She tugged and pulled and pulled and tugged, and slowly they started off. The toy clown jumped aboard, and all the dolls and the toy animals began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, chuck, chuck went the little blue engine. "I think I can. Up, faster and faster and faster and faster. The little engine climbed until at last they reached the top of the mountain. Down in the valley lay the city. "Hooray! Hooray!" cried the funny little clown and all the dolls and toys. "The good little boys and girls in the city will be happy because you helped us, kind little blue engine. And the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say as she puffed steadily down the mountain, I thought I could, 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 I thought I could. So what did we learn from the little blue engine? The little blue engine had never done something so big before. But the toys and dolls and the food needed help. And so she decided she was going to try. And she kept trying. And at the beginning, it was really hard. She had to pull hard. And it didn't feel like the train was moving. She had to pull. And then she felt just a little bit of movement. And then she pulled. And she felt just a little bit. But the harder she tried, the faster the train went. And she pulled that train all the way up the big mountain. Just like that, you can do hard things. So for today's activity, for our social emotional lesson, I want you to find a chore or a job that your mom and dad have you do sometimes or ask you to do sometimes at home that is hard, that is maybe boring or takes a lot of energy and work for you to do. And I want you to do it. Decide you can do it and do the whole thing and don't stop until you finish. And when you get tired or frustrated, you can say, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Just like the little blue engine.